Bodies moving, heads will roll. Beat is bumping and
So hello everyone, a pleasant day, especially to you sir. By the way, I am Miss Abigail Istriborsenko from the group 4. So our topic is the continuation of the topic that has been discussed by the group 3 that talks about the international human rights. So we also have there the United Nations Security Council, or what we call the UN Security Council. So this council has total members of 15. There are 5 permanent members, or the original members of this council, and the other 10 is non-permanent members. And then the 5 permanent members are the following. So the first, we have the China, the France, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and the last one is from United States of America. And then the 10 non-permanent members was created during the United Nations General Assembly by voting. So kaning mga 10 non-permanent members ani nga council kay dili nang ni siya ingon nga binote-buot nga kani siya automatic na ni siya nga member ani nga council, no, but gibuhat ni nila or gipili ni nila nga mabilong ani nga council by voting. So murag ilang gi-elect ana. Then ang katong 10 kanan permanent members is from different countries. So mao to nga di ba gi-vote nila. So nagikan to siya sa lain-lain nga countries. So 5 for Africa and Asia, 2 for Latin America and Caribbean, another 2 for Western Europe, and the last one is from Eastern Europe. So kato sila maoy nabilong ani nga council. So but they are non-permanent. So this council was created on year 1945 after Alright, so this council was created on year 1945 after the victory of World War II. And the main function of this council is for the maintenance of international peace and security. Okay, so for the purpose of maintaining the peace and security, this council was made. So talking about peace, the best example of this one is territory of each country. In the reason of avoiding conflict or magprevent og another war, each country is always have its own jurisdiction nga dili pwede lapason sa uban nga country, di ba? Kay if walay jurisdiction, possible nga mag-ilog ang mga country kung kinsay mo angkon anak nga lugar. So this council fits in this kind of situation to maintain peace and security, kay para mag-avoid yun og kanang mga conflict nga kanang pwedeng pagmulan og another nga kanang war, di ba? So let's proceed to the United Nations Economic Council. Alright, so let's proceed to the Economic and Social Council, also known as ECOSOC. So this council is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations established by Article 7 of the United Nations. So this council consists of 54 members that elected by the General Assembly. And according to the Article 61 of the UN Charter, that each members must have 1 representative. So the function of this council is to initiate the studies and reports with respect to the international economics, social, cultural, educational, and health-related matters. So, like for example, atong COVID-19, di ba, ang naapektuhan ato ka international gyud. So, this council initiate that issues para magtinabangay ang each country para masolusyonan ang mga problema. And then about sa economic, di ba, imports and export product. Each countries nag-export o nag-import og mga products. So this council sila ang murag naay mga gipangsabutan about ani nga situation or about ani nga scenario sa world.
Good day, sir. My name is Helen Pamuga. So today I am tasked to discuss about the UN Trusteeship Council. So when we say UN Trusteeship Council, it is the main organ of the UN's established to oversee the administration of trust territories. And it is composed of those members administering trust territories. And such members are mentioned by name in Article 23 of the UN Charter and are not administering trust territories. So these are the function of Trust Council. First is review report. So when we say review report, review reports is to examine the reports on the progress of trust territories. Second is address petition. So address petition is considered petition from the people in trust territories. So muna to, sabta na to ninyo kay wala po kasabot. Third, conduct visit. So conduct visit is a visit trust territories to assess their needs and progress. So kanang sa madungog na sa imong nadungog sa butabol na ni siya. Oh. So fourth is kanang kuan. Lagi fourth is taking actions. So lagi they make decisions and resolutions to support the well-being and development of the territories. So lagi na ani siya sa UN. For example ani katong sa take action sa muta tong gira bitaw. Oh, kato. Basta kato na. Oh. Dayon, these functions shows how highlight the role of the trusteeship in overseeing and supporting the administration of the trust territories, aiming to ensure their social, economic, and political progress in line with the principles of United Nations Charter. So, yes, in order to establish its authority to territories whose people have not yet attained a full measure of self-government, and international trusteeships systems needs to be established. So, these are the So, these territories are referred to as trust territories. So, when we say trust territories, it is territories that were placed under the international trusteeship system of the UN. So, moto siya. So, next is the obligations of the United Nations to non-self-governing territories or trust territories. So, first, promoting well-being. Promoting well-being. Promoting well-being, ensuring the progress and welfare of the people in these territories is a priority. And second, respecting culture. Respecting the culture of the inhabitants while helping them develop politically, economically, socially, and educationally. Third, supporting self-government. Assisting in establishing self-government and free political institution based on the people's aspirations. Fourth, ensuring protection. Protecting the people from mistreatment and ensuring fair treatment. Dapat fair gyud, walay dili basta walay pihig-pihig. Fifth, promoting peace. Working towards international peace and security in these territories. So, each place or each territory na agyoy murag kanang naay pag tinabangay pinaagyan ng UN sa pag-promote sa tanan-tanang mga dapat i-promote. Dayon, last is good relations. So policies should promote good relations and consider the interest of the community. So those obligations, or should I say responsibilities, highlight the UN's role in guiding and supporting the well-being, development, and self-governance of people in non-self-governing territories or trust territories. So next na pod or last naman yun ni basic objectives of trusteeship system. So these are the basic objectives of trusteeship system. First, promote peace and security. Second, support development. Third, respect human rights. And fourth, ensure fair treatment. Ganiha mo ni. So these objectives focus on peace, development, human rights, and equality with everything, equality within the trust territories overseen by the trusteeship system in line with the UN Charter principle. So, salamat. Sabotable na to siya. Salamat sa pagsabot.
Thank you, guys.
Good day everyone, I am Rachel Maybe Atas, the reporter of UN International Court of Justice or ICJ. International Court of Justice is one of the principal organ of the United Nations, have 15 judges, 9 years duration, and that 15 judges no same nationality. And the role of this International Court of Justice is to settle the disputes between the UN member states and give advisory opinions on legal questions, or it provides opportunities for countries to resolve issues without conflict. So, ang role sa International Court of Justice, sila kani ang maghusay sa mga problema sa ilang mga states, kung unsay mga issues sila ang solve o mohatag sila mga opinions. For example, issues between two countries. Ibutang ta lang ang Philippines ug ang Amerika. So, kung ang Philippines na siya yung mga issues about sa politika or economic sa or pamumuhay or panginabuhi sa Amerika. So, ang International Court of Justice, sila ang mosettle aron masulbad na ng mga issue or problema.
Good morning, sir. I'm Ryan Sato and this is my report. UN Secretariat. The United Nations Secretariat is one of the 6 principal organs of United Nations. The Secretariat is the UN's executive arm, and the Secretariat has an important role in setting the agenda for the deliberative and decision-making bodies of the UN. Ang Secretariat ay binubuo ng isang kalihim niral at ang kaniyang mga tauhan ayon sa maaring kailangan ng organisasyon. Ang pinakahalatang kalihim ay hinirang ng General Assembly ng rekomendasyon ng Security Council. He or she is the Chief Administrative Officer of the organization. UN Charter Chapter Article 97. The Secretary General acts in Council of the Economic and Social Council and of the Trusteeship Council. At ng Trusteeship Council at dapat gumanap ng iba pang mga tungkulin na ipinagkatiwala sa kanya ng mga organo na ito. Ang Asembleya tungkol sa gawain ng organisasyon. Bilang karagdagan dito, ang kalihim mineral ay maaaring magbigay ng atensyon sa security. Council, any matter which is his opinion may threaten the maintenance of international peace and security. Furthermore, Secretary General and its staff do not seek nor should receive instruction from any government or from any other authority. respects the exclusively international character of the responsibilities of the Secretariat General and the staff and does not seek to influence them in the discharge of their responsibilities. Article. The United Nations Secretariat carries out the day-to-day work and of the UN as mandated by the General Assembly and the organization other main organs. The Secretary General is the head of the Secretariat, which has tens and thousands of UN staff members working at duty station all over the world. And that's all.
Good evening, sir. My name is John Dexter Boynaga. My topic is all about Universal Declaration of Human Rights. What is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was adopted by the UN General Assembly on 10 December 1948, was the result of horrifying experience of the Second World War. It is a document that acts as a global roadmap for the freedom, equality, protecting the rights of every individual everywhere, according to Amnesty International. It was the first of time countries agreed on the freedom and rights that deserve universal protection in order for every individual to live their lives freely, equally, and dignity. So kanina siya is na-declare na siya during after World War II kay tungod dagan ng madamay nga mga taong inosente, mga taong walay labot sa gubat sa una. So klaro kayo siya nga munamugna ni tungod sa mga gipangkuan katungod nga mabuhi og istorya agin sa kunta. So parehas sa for example is parehas sa mga nahitabo sa gubat diri sa Pilipinas na na-under ta sa mga Hapon sa una. So nabuhat ni mga balaod tungod og alang sa equality o patas nga katungod sa mga tao, sa freedom o kagawasan sa mga tao, nga angay katagan sa ilang mga katungod o rights, nga angay sila bisan pa nga lalaki o babae, bata o matigwang man sa mga membro sa LGBTQ members. So mao to akong topic. Thank you guys.
Good day everyone. So I am Ricky Ugodo. I am reporter of Group 4. My topic for today is all about preamble of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Number 1, the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Okay, so ang mga kunong dignidad is dili na makuha sa mga sa tanang members of the human family, no? So mao kuno siya foundation of freedom sa family, no? Justice and peace of the world, no? Kung wala kay dignidad sa imong kaugalingon, no? So dili siguro peaceful ang imong members of the family or dili peace, no? Justice and peace, no, sa inyong family o sa bisan asa peace in the world, no? Number 2 is the freedom of speech and belief, and freedom from fear and wants is the highest aspiration of the common people, no? So tinuod din siya kay freedom of speech, no, na kay freedom of speech and beliefs, and freedom of fear and wants is the highest aspiration of the common people, no? So sa common people karon so nagiti tagkatag sa freedom of speech and beliefs, and also freedom of fear, no, or imong mga gusto and wants, no, kasi highest aspiration sa common people, no, diri sa atoa. So number 3 is the human rights should be protected by the rule of law, no? Human rights is protected by rule of a law, no? Ato kunong mga rights is giprotektahan na ato ang law, and rebellion against tyranny and oppression, no? So dili lang kay ang imo ang rights nga basta-basta nga rights, so giprotektahan jud na siya sa ato ang law, no, rule of the law. ang atong rights po nag-base po ni siya sa ato ang law, no? Rule of the law. Nagsunod ya po ni siya sa ato ang law, rule of the law. Number 4, the importance of development of friendly relation between nation. No? So ang also importance, no, ang pagdevelopment, also developments of friendly relation between nation, no? So dapat na jud tay friendly relations nga kanang bisan asa ta madto ba nga wala tay mga kontra, wala tay mga bisan asa ta nga, no, bisan asa nga nation or country, no? So prita wala tay mga likayan, no? And number 5 is the promotion of universal respect for an observance of human rights as fundamental freedom and the common understanding of rights and freedom, no? Also the universal respect, no? Bisan universal na pagitawag universal is tanan, no? Nadyo kay respeto sa bisan unsa nga butang, no? So, bisan kinsa, so dapat ato isang kay respeto, no? Nunay fundamental freedoms nato, no? Sa ato ang kaugalingon, no? Respect, atong attitude, so dapat fair ang atong treat sa uban pud, no? Aron fair pud ang treat nila sa ato, no? The 30 articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Here is the summary of 30 articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights according to the Amnesty International. So the Article 1, we are all born free. So gipanganak ta nga free diri sa kalibutan, di ba? We all have your own thoughts and ideas, no? So we have naapod tay mga own ideas, no? So we should be all treated the same way. So dapat i-treat na same way, no? Pareha ang atong pag-treat sa tuwa. Dili ta pwede i-treat sa pareha sa uban nga dili fair ang ilang pag-treat, no? Sa kanila, no? So Article number 2, the rights of UDHR belong to everyone, no matter who we are, where we're from, or whatever we believe, no? So the rights of UDHR or the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it is belong to everyone, no? Bisan kinsa pa ka o bisan asa ka gikan o unsay imong tinuhuan, so dapat fair ang pag-treat sa imuha, no? So the rights of UDHR belong to everyone, no? So Article number 3, we all have the right of life and to live in freedom and safety, no? So nagitay katungod sa atong kagalingon, no? Dili pwede ang uban nga manginay katungod sa imong kagalingon. So para sa imong kagalingon, so dako jud katungod, no? And to live freedom and safety, na magpuyo nga gawas nun og safety o walay mga makababag sa imuha, no? And Article number 4, no one should be held as a slave, and no one has the right to treat anyone else as their slave, no? So dili ka pwede nga mahimong alipin o di po ka pwede nga magpaalipin, no, sa uban, no? Nakay katungod nga ipaglaban ng imong rights sa, no, para dili ka mahimong slave, o also dili po ka mang alipin sa imong isig ka tao. So no, so Article number 5, no one has the right to inflict torture or subject anyone else to cruel or inhuman treatment, no? So dapat ang pag-treat nato sa taong laing tao, so dapat fair, dili na kay murag iro ba nga inhuman treatment, kanang murag dili na bitaw tao ang pag-treat sa ilaha, no? So dapat kita pod naputay rights nga mo naputay rights nga dili pud ta mangdaog-daog sa atong isig ka tawo, no? Aron dili pud ta ang pag-treat sa ilaha sa toa dili pod inhuman treatment, no? So Article number 6, we should all have the same level of legal protection whoever we are and wherever in the world, no? So dapat the same level of legal protection, no? So na uban karon nga dili na legal ang protection sa to, ano. So dapat jud unta legal protection, o bisan kinsa pa ka o bisan asa pa ka diri sa kalibutan, so dapat fair ang tuang level protection, no, or legal protection. Article number 7, the law is the same for everyone, no. Ang balaod kuno is pareha sa tanan and must treat as all equality. So equal, no, ang pag-treat sa tuwa, no. Ang balaod is same for everyone and must treat as all equally, no. So equal ang pag-treat sa tuwa tanan, no. So dapat yun kita nga dili ta magpa alipin o dili ta magpa daog-daog sa pang sigataw, no. And also the law, no, the must treat as all equally, no. So equal per ang pag-treat sa tuwa, no, to protect the law, no, protektahan ta sa law, no, nga fair, equal, no. So article number 8, we should all have the right to legal support if we are treated unfairly, no. So kini legal support, no, kabantay ta nga ang government na dyan na sa mga financial support o mga any support nga ginahatag sa especially sa katong mga pobre, no. So pero dili na to makita nga ang uban po dili na fair ang ilang legal support nila, no, kay ang uban imbes mga kwartahan na mao pa di nahatagan og mga legal support, no. So dili unfairly, no, dili fair, no. So unfairly kay sa uban, no, dili fair ang pag-treat sa uban, no. Pero napoy uban nga katod yung mga kuan, so mga government nga mga nagtan-aw gyud sa kalisod sa katawan, so legal support jud ang maabot, no, katong mga nagkalisod, so mao jud mahatagan og legal support. Article number 9, nobody should be arrested, no, wala kunoy ma-arrest, no, o madala sa prisuhan or sent away from our country unless there is good reason to do, no. So which means wala kunoy tao nga ma-arrest o madala sa o ma-prison, no, or mapadala sa mga other countries, no, or unless is good reason to do, no. So kung nalang ka sa saktong baruganan, saktong reason, so no, so dili jud ka kuan, no. So nobody should be arrested, put in prison or sent away from our country unless there is good reason to do, no. Kung wala sila saktong rason nga nung i-arrest kanila, so nandiyo kay rights nga mo kuan mo kay rights nga mo mugukod ani nila, no. So article number 10, everyone accused of a crime has the right to a fair and public trial, and those that try should be independent and not influenced by others, no. So kung no, ang tanang mga accused, so which means ang accused is dili pa na siya criminal, no, kay wala pa man kay proven sa judge nga guilty ka. So everyone accused of a crime has the right to fair and public trial, no. Pwede pa ka mo public trial kanang bang step by step process, no. And also not influenced by other, no, dili ka ma-influensyahan sa uban. Article number 11, everyone accused of a crime has the right to be considered innocent until they have fairly been proven to be guilty of. Tanan ko ng accused is maay katungod nga matawag sila og innocent. Why? Because if you are not nga dili pa ka ma-prove nga ikaw ang guilty, so matawag pa ka og innocent, no. But if you are nana kay ma-prove na guilty ka, no, so we are criminal, no. But kung dili, no, napaka right to be mga matawag ka og innocent. Article number 12, nobody has the right to enter our home. No, wala kuno bisan kinsa nga katungod nga mosulod sa imong property or sa imong balay. Open our mail or intrude on our families without good reason, no, o manghimasok sa family nga wala sakto sa lugar, no. And also we have also the right to be protected if someone tries unfairly damage our reputation, no. So and also nakay rights to be protect sa imong reputation, no. O kung dili na per ang pag-treat sa imuha, no, ma-damage ma-damage sa imuha, so nakay rights to protect yourself, no, or protect your property or your reputation. Article number 13, we all have the right to move freely within our country and to visit and live other countries when we wish, no. So tanan ko no na katungod to moadto sa laing country, no, na katungod walay makababag sa imuha and to visit ug magpuyo sa other countries nga imong gusto, no. So moadto kag Japan o America, so pwede kayo, no, wala kunoy makababag nimo, wala kunoy nag-ingon nga dili ka pwede manha dira, but nalang tay mga step by step process para ta makaadto, but kita ang tanan jud nagitay rights nga moadto ta didto or magpuyo ta didto, no. So we all have the right to move freely with our country and to visit and live other countries when we wish, no. Kung sa pa imong mga gusto nga mga countries nga adtuan, no, so free ta nga moadto didto, no. So and then article number 14, if we are at risk or harm, we have the right to go as another country to seek protection. Okay, so kung naka sa mga kalamidad karon, naka sa mga, like for example, naka sa mga dool sa sabay mga example, naka sa mga rest nga lugar kana bang kuan kanang like for example ka sa gagera, no, pwede ka nga naka right to go to another country, no, para sa imo ang safety protection or seek protection nimo, no. So naka rights nga mo adto sa other countries para sa imong protection, no, kung dool ka sa mga kuan nga lugar, dool ka sa delikado nga mga lugar, no. No, so rest area, no. And article 15, we all have the right to be citizen of a country and nobody should prevent us without good reason from being a citizens of another country if we wish, no. Kitang tanan kuno natay rights to be nga mahimong citizens, no, sa atong country, o dili lang sa atong country but sa other country, no, pwede ta nga mahimong citizen and nobody should prevent us, no, walay makapugong nato ana, no. And also walay makapugong nato kung nalang ta sa sakto nga rason, no, o nalang ta nagsubay lang ta sa step by step process from the being citizens of another country, no, kung asa nga country ang imong wish or imong gusto. And that's all for my report. Thank you.
I'm Giovanni Esparan. So, good evening everyone. Good evening, sir. So, as assigned topic, I'll continue the topic of Mr. Obordo, the 30 articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So, Article 16, we should have the right to marry and have a family as soon as we are legally old enough. Our ethnicity, nationality, and religion should not stop us from being able to do this. Men and women have the same rights when they are married and also when they are separated. We should never be forced to marry, and the government has a responsibility to protect us and our families. So in this article number 16, all people, regardless of race, country, or religion, have the right to marry and start a family as soon as they attain legal adulthood. Equal rights apply to men and women in marriage and divorce. governments are in charge of defending people and their families, and forced marriage are forbidden. So Article number 17, everyone has the right to own property, and no one has the right to take this away from us without a fair reason. So in this article, the right to own a property belongs to every individual and cannot be taken away unfairly without a good reason. So Article number 18, everyone has the freedom to think or believe that what they want, including the right to religious belief. We have the right to change our beliefs or religion at any time, and the right publicly or private practice our choosing religion alone or with others. So in this article number 18, everyone is entitled to choose what kind of religion what you want. So by themselves or in groups, and to alter their views whenever they choose. And article number 19, everyone has the right to their own opinions and to be able to express them freely. We should have the right to share our ideas with who we want and whichever we may choose. So in this article number 19, everyone is entitled to the freedom to hold and express their own opinions. They ought to be allowed to express their opinions in any way and wherever they choose. So article number 20, we should all have the right to form groups and organize people meetings. Nobody should be forced to belong to group if they don't want to. So this article number 20, it is everyone's right to organize into groups and have non-violent gatherings. So nobody is ought to be forced against their will in order to join any kinds of organization. So article 21, we all have the right to take part in our country's political affairs, either by freely choosing politicians to represent us by belonging to the government ourselves. Government should be voted for by the public on regular basis, and basic and every person individual vote should be secret. Every individual vote should be worth the same. So in this article number 21, every person has the right to take part in political processes of their nation, either by freely selecting representatives or by holding elected office. Regular elections for governments are necessary. So mag-vote and every voter's vote should be equal and confidential. Article 22, the society we live in should help every person develop to their best ability through access to work, involvement in cultural activity, and the right to social welfare. Every person in society should have the freedom to develop their personality with the support of the resources available in that country. So, Article 22, access to employment and cultural engagement and social welfare are ways that society should promote the growth of each individual. Every person needs to be allowed to use the resources at their disposal to create their unique individuality. Article 23, we all have the right to employment, to be free choosing our work, and to pay a fair salary that allows us to live and support our family. Everyone who does the same work should have the right to equal pay without discrimination. We have the right to come together and form trade union groups to defend our interests as workers. So in this article number 23, without discrimination, everyone has the right to be employed, to employment, freedom of choice in their line of work, and equitable compensation. To protect their interests, workers are free to organize their trade unions. So article number 24, everyone has the right to rest, leisure time. There should be limits on working hours, and people should be able to take holidays without being born. So in this article, everyone has the right to leisure time, including the freedom to take paid off from work and restrictions of working hours. Article 25. So this article number 25. Everybody is entitled to sufficient housing, food, clothes, and medical care for themselves and their families when someone is in need, whether through illness, unemployment, a disability, or widowhood. Support ought to be available. All children should have equal rights from birth, and expectant mothers and their offspring should receive extra care and assistance. And article number 26, it explains that all people have the right to an education, including free elementary education. Education need to instill tolerance and respect for human rights in all students, irrespective of their nationality, religion, or any ethnic background. The choice of their child's school is a parental right. So article number 27, everyone has the right to engage in and gain from arts, music, literature, sciences in their community. The rights and benefits from the creations of scientists, writers, musicians, and artists should be upheld. So, Article 28, everybody has the right to live in a society that is orderly and peacefully, and in which people, liberties, and rights are upheld in a national and international level. Article 29, people have an obligation to support the growth of their communities, and laws should protect everyone's human rights and respect for one another. And the last article is the rights and freedoms set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights should not be infringed upon by any government, organization, or individual. That's all. Thank you.